see that it's a must we drop gangster hits. What's my name? Snoop Dogg. D-Dog. D-Dog. Snoop Dogg. What's up, man? We live. Thank y'all for joining in. Pull up. You know what I'm saying? We about to get into it. The whites have got Tiffany Henyard. Okay. She thought she was safe. Okay. She did. She thought she was safe. But by the grace of God, by the grace of God, I'll continue. By the grace of God, we ain't got to. Black people, we can take a seat back. We can take a seat back, and we ain't gotta do nothing. I'm telling y'all right now. I'm telling you right now. Let's see. All right. So I'm telling y'all right now, we about to get into this. Right now, I want y'all to peep out the TV. Okay, y'all gonna get me and the TV. I had to set it up while I got everything situated. Y'all come in and sit down because we about to get into it, and we about to tell y'all how the blacks didn't have to get on Tiffany. Cause look, man, one thing you don't want to do is piss off some white folks. Okay. I wonder if my screen would be better if I had the lights off. Nope, not gonna work. All right, y'all just gonna have to see the glare. Okay, y'all just gonna have to see the glare. I don't care. It's gonna be too dark. I don't want to be moving all my lights and have my fat behind moving all around. But it's about to go down. Okay. If y'all ain't know, I'm gonna give y'all a timeline on how Tiffany Henyard pissed off some white folks. Hey, shout out to everybody up in hey, yeah, man, shout out to my boy T6, he up in the live. And I got my comments over here. So I don't have to watch them on here. Y'all just gonna see this. And y'all gonna see me, okay? I'm gonna like zooms in. Zoom, ooh, not on my big ass forehead. Zoom in on the camera. Zoom in on that. Now zoom out. Okay. That's how we're gonna get this. Now let's get live, big baby. Let's get live. Now, if y'all ain't know, Tiffany Henyard then pissed off some white folks. Okay. Now most of the time, when you piss off black people, we just sweep it under the rug. That's what happens. You just sweep it under the rug. When you piss off some white folks, oh, they you think Tiffany said she got receipts, but these white folks came with some receipts. Okay, they came with some receipts, big dog. Tiffany is a better content creator than you are. Damn right, T6, big dog. I'm telling you what, the stuff that she has put out on her YouTube channel and on a Dalton YouTube channel, on Facebook, and all this nonsense, it's just been amazing. I've been watching, and you see my reactions, big dog, and I'm just like, I mean, it's well put together. Thank you, Charlene. I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all come in here, like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all can hit the Cash App if you want to. It ain't on the screen today, but it's everyday PJ. Maybe it's in it. Anyway, but we finna get into it, and I just want to let y'all know that I appreciate y'all watching the videos, and I appreciate y'all hitting the like button. I appreciate y'all sharing out the content. I appreciate all that. But today, see y'all about to witness PJ. T6 gonna tell y'all about your boy PJ. When I go in, when I go low, I go to hell. So today we going to hell. Now I everybody got a misconception that I like Tiffany Henyard. I don't know her. I just go with what I see. People be like, you don't know the facts. You need to do more research. Well, I'm researching. I read, I watch, and I can study. And when I figure out what I like what I like, and I'll be like, I give y'all my honest opinion. It might not be the public the favorite. You know, you can't convict me in the eyes of the public opinion. I don't. Just cause Larry, just cause Larry opened up a candy store and a nigga having after hour night spots, you can't make me like Larry and ignore, you know, what he doing. He wrong too. Tiffany may be wrong, but Larry wrong too. But see, the thing is, Tiffany's putting out Larry and his stuff. But what Larry's not doing is Larry not putting out what Tiffany's doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? But that's why you don't mess with white people. You don't piss off white people. Because once you piss off a white person, that's what you got. You got these two white folks on the screen. And I'm gonna give you a timeline on when they started. What's up, Michelle? Shout out to my girl Michelle. She's a good white. But you piss off and she gonna do you like she do like these two white people doing Tiffany. Okay? You do not piss off white people. Okay? Look, black people, we like to say we gonna keep white people out of our business so we can handle all our business. But then when you start pissing them off, oh, they getting into business. And that's what these two did. Y'all don't understand how much they Tiffany pissed off these people. Yes, she's a good one. She's invited to the barbecue. Michelle, she's invited to the barbecue. Make sure y'all uh, say what's up to Michelle. She's a pretty good one. Okay, now I'm gonna give y'all a timeline. I guess I gotta get to it. I gotta get to the timeline. So we gonna get up to a timeline where we talk about how Tiffany pissed off these white folks. Okay. First of all, the supervisor of the Thornton Township died. That wasn't Tiffany's fault. But when we talk about how these everybody had something to do with it, Tiffany might have had something to do with it because if she didn't have nothing to do with it, then she wouldn't have been a supervisor. But she planned on winning the supervisor. So dude died. Then they had to appoint a supervisor, and that's when Tiffany got appointed. And I told you when dude died, it was like you gotta keep a white friend or two. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep a white friend. You don't want to piss them off. You want to make them feel as comfortable as possible in your circle. To your friends, be like, "Hey man, who this white dude?" Hey, you be like, "Nah, he good, he good." Not Tiffany. Tiffany like, "Nah, I'll keep that white man out of my business." You can't do that, okay? Um, she becomes the mayor, or no, she becomes the supervisor of Thornton. Then and at some point, she starts holding meetings, and this is where she pissed him off. You know what she did? She held a meeting, and when everybody's supposed to get in, she kept the whites out. Yep, she kept the whites out. She was like, nope, not even the whites. She kept the blacks out too. But I'm saying, you don't want to piss off the whites. And guess what Tiffany did? She pissed off the whites. Let's get into it, okay? I'm not gonna hold you. Let me know if y'all get good sound on this. I hope I don't cut out like last time. Last time my live, the volume cut out, but we're gonna get into it this time.
We're going to start at the beginning, which is not where most people think it is. The story actually begins on January 3 of 2022,
Okay.
which is the day that then Supervisor Frank Zuccarelli passed away.
Right.
All right.
Unexpectedly.
You see, Frank Zuccarelli passed away. We're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to do without that because I don't think y'all can see the screen. That light is just killing it. Maybe I can move my other light around here. Let me turn my other light on. We can get some. We can get some light on the other side of my face so y'all can see me. Okay, but y'all can't see the screen if I got this light on up here. So, yeah, the first supervisor of the Thornton Township, he died. Yes, he died. He couldn't take it no more. He said, oh, you know, He said, I think his wife may have had something to do with it. The nigga, he had a nice family of four kids. And he had a dog. He had a wife. She was disgruntled. He wasn't sleeping with her enough. Bro passed away. Anyway, unexpectedly. Okay, he wasn't even 60 yet. Okay, so Sprickanelli or whatever his name was passed out. So now they got to appoint a new township supervisor. This is for Thornton. This ain't for Dalton. So stick with me, okay? Let's get into it.
We were notified of that on that day, and we were able to talk to folks in the know and publish a story about that on the same day. He had been truly a real figure in the South Suburbs for a very long time.
Right.
Okay, so they think that he was a good person, but he probably wasn't. He probably wasn't a good person because his wife killed him. Okay, you know how them Scrinellis, the Italians, they be offing each other. Okay, and that's what happened.
And that is a significant part of the story because that set in motion everything that happened afterward.
Right.
Because the supervisor passed away, an appointment had to be made to fill his remaining term.
Right.
So it was up to the trustees at that time to meet and put forth candidates and arrive at a decision about who would fill Supervisor Zuccarelli's.
Okay, so y'all hear that? This is where everybody put their trust in the trustees. And this is where all the trustees messed up, okay? This is why you don't trust the trustees. Even the ones of Dalton, okay? Because y'all gonna hear the kicker of why Tiffany should have never cut out the whites, okay? What she did was the trustees, they all put her in, into power. The trustees did. They believed in her. Okay? And you know what they didn't do? They didn't want to bring it to a public vote where the people of Thornton got to vote on it. Appreciate you, Erica Caldwell. Appreciate you, know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you. So what does that tell you? If she didn't want to bring the if the trustees wanted to keep it into them and didn't want to bring it to the public, what does that tell you about the trustees? They crooked too. The trustees is crooked too. Y'all don't believe me until y'all see it. Okay, but I'm gonna tell y'all that's why you don't piss off white people. Because they keep receipts and they tell it on everybody. Yep. They telling on everybody who cheated on their wife. They telling on if you stole money in the 3rd grade. They telling on you if you went trick-or-treating and you took the whole pail of candy when somebody left a pail of candy for everybody to get a piece and you took the whole pail. They telling on you. Okay?
That's right. That brings us to our next story, Melanie, published on March 1, 2022, headline, Confusion Marks the Attempted Appointment of Zuccarelli Replacement. This is a story that you wrote.
Yeah, I was at this meeting, and this was, I think, the 5th or 6th meeting that the trustees had.
What up, Dogan family?
Since Frank's passing. And
so they had 5 or 6 meetings. They had 5 or 6 meetings trying to pick somebody, and they couldn't think of nobody else in the entire town of Thornton. 5 or 6 meetings. You talking about Miss Baldwin? You talking about Miss Scarelli with 6 kids that Mr. Scarelli cheated on her with, and then he died mysteriously. And then you talking about who else? Probably Andrew Holmes. You know, Andrew touching such Holmes. His ass then got nominated for the Thornton supervisor. Okay, I'm telling you, they 5 or 6 meetings and they still couldn't come up with a Thornton supervisor. And the only person out of all these places that they could think about was Tiffany Henyard. Imagine that.
they still had not managed
I'm telling you.
to come up with a recommended replacement that they could all agree on.
Yeah.
And
Pay
there's a
attention, though.
deadline for this.
Yeah,
I think they had 60 days, and they were aware of this deadline, and still things went right up to the deadline.
that's right.
So on March 1, they tried again to
March 1. Y'all remember that date?
put nominations and agree, and the whole meeting was very confusing, and nothing came out of it. The next meeting happened on March 3.
That's right.
Okay, we're gonna talk about March 3. March 3 was a surprise twist, okay? Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard becomes the Thornton Township Supervisor on March 3. I don't know what else happens on that day, but it was a special day.
48 hours notice is required.
It was a special
Whenever
day.
you have a public meeting, and so
Listen to it.
the meeting couldn't start until, I think, 10:30 or
Yeah.
10:55, in order to fulfill that 48-hour requirement, and still accomplish the goal of appointing a supervisor before the midnight deadline.
On March 3. So yes, I started at 10:55. They had exactly an hour and 5 minutes to appoint a new supervisor, because if they didn't, it would go to
What's up, a natural Virgo? I'm a natural Virgo too. September 2nd. Let's get it.
larger township public at large would vote for who they wanted to be the next supervisor.
And it was chaos.
Yeah.
And out of that, finally, the 9th person nominated was Tiffany Henyard.
11:48 p.m. Trustee Gonzalez nominated Tiffany Henyard.
So 8 people prior to Tiffany Henyard being nominated, y'all didn't think none of them was better than her? Listen, she was already the mayor of Dalton. And guess what? The trustees of Dalton didn't trust Tiffany. So 8 people that y'all put in front of Tiffany had no better reputation than Tiffany. Y'all got to be kidding me. See, we blame this on the people, but really it's the trustees. And see, that's where everybody messing up. The whole government is jacked. They all corrupt. Let's get it there. Okay, they all corrupt. From the last mayor, Riley, and the trustees, which Tiffany saw all the corruption and she was trying to combat that at one time, and then she turned on everybody, and then she went rogue, and now she the city girl mayor. Yes. Okay, that's where we getting to, okay?
Out of that video, I believe we are the only video that's been published by the media of that moment, and we'll show it to you.
And nominate Tiffany Henyard for the township supervisor.
Okay, remember that guy. That's Miguel. I don't know what his name is, but I'm gonna just say Miguel because he's like Hispanic or nothing. But remember him because we might get to him later because he turns on Tiffany, and he supported Tiffany. He's one who was like, yes, I motioned to put Tiffany Henyard in that spot. Messed up, dog. He messed up. But then he turns his back on Tiffany. But he is the one who nominated her after all of this crap that's going on in Dalton, and the Dalton trustees not liking her, but the trustees of Thornton, they thought she was great. Watch. Remember this.
Trustee Jones,
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez, Trustee
Blame the trustees. What's up, Traisha? Okay. Remember this guy right here, okay? This guy right here. Y'all remember him. This is one of Mayor Henyard's goons, okay? I want y'all to remember this guy. This guy is so happy that she won. I'm telling y'all, he gonna be real important later on in live, okay? Trust me. Pay attention. This Negro right here, he pissed off the whites. Actually, he pissed off a half-white because it was a half-white chick who exposed him. So you don't piss off the whites, okay? I'm telling y'all, man, it's serious. Look, she happy. Y'all don't even know why she happy. See, people don't believe it. They like, man, this.
And she's gonna take you out in 9 minutes. Let's go.
Uh, it's trash. It's trash. How she got a pea coat on? Oh, bro.
As News 4 Spencer Humphrey found out, it is unclear if he lives in Oklahoma at all.
Are you in Texas
Man.
right now?
This is why I gotta get rid of it. Anyway, we ain't gonna worry about Oklahoma business. They gonna try to copyright me, so we're not gonna play that. But anyway, I want y'all to pay attention because that black guy who was just on the screen, we're gonna put his ass back up there because that nigga's one of Tiffany's goons, okay? Oh, excuse me, I wasn't supposed to say that. Negro is one of Tiffany's goons, okay? She's happy.
And not only that, but I was able to ask the newly appointed supervisor Henyard. And she'd just been sworn in, and I asked, "Can I ask you a couple questions?"
Josh
Like,
got the interview.
stood there with my camera, and
piss
she
off the
answered some of
whites.
my questions. She was very excited.
You've been voted the Thornton Township supervisor. How do you feel right now?
Oh man, I'm overjoyed. I didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all ain't seen her say this many words to any publication in a long time, have y'all? Y'all ain't heard her say she don't talk to publication, but when she got put on right here, this was the most you gonna ever hear her talk to any publication, anytime.
That means that I am truly blessed and everyone loves me. I love them. Thank you.
It
POS.
seemed like a surprise to everyone in the room. Just a surprise to you as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Still trembling. Like,
Yeah.
yes.
Some people,
It wasn't a surprise, it was a setup. It was a setup from the beginning. First of all, Spatronelli died. Okay, once Spatronelli died, because he was cheating on his wife with like 10 kids. He got 10 kids, he was cheating on his wife, and then he left left the dogs and the kids, okay? Left everybody. Somehow he just randomly died, wasn't even 60 years old, okay? And then she get voted in. They had several meetings, and then they had 8 people voted before her, and none of them were voted in. And then you pick this dude. I mean, this girl. Come on, man. Hit the Cashapp. You know what I'm saying? Hit the Cashapp. Everyday PJ. $ everyday PJ. Shout out to Trace.
especially on YouTube and other commenters
Listen.
are sort of blaming the people for electing Tiffany Henyard.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to point out that it was not the people who
Wasn't the
elected
people.
her. It was this process put in place,
Wasn't the
and it
people.
was the trustees who eventually
Wasn't the people at all.
elected Tiffany or appointed Tiffany to fulfill Frank's role.
That's correct.
And that's the way the system is set up. The trustees did not want it to go to the people
Correct.
for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, don't blame the people.
Right. Right. The Tiffany Henyard has never been elected as the supervisor of Thornton Township. She was appointed to that position by the process.
We attended her
Yep.
first meeting that she led the Thornton Township Board, and we reported on that.
At that first board meeting, you were there, you wrote the story out of it. One thing, there are just some quotes that, given what has happened in the last 2.5 years, that really stand out from early on. So I want to read one of those quotes. This is Supervisor Henyard. I pledge to the residents of Thornton Township, the elected officials, the Board of Trustees, and the entire staff that we will work
Yes,
hard
it is.
and have an honest and responsible fiscal year. I will always keep the people first. I was known as the people's trustee, now I'm the people's mayor, and even now I am the people's supervisor. So thank you again. So we fast forward to the second.
She sound like The Rock, the people's champ. Girl, listen. You ain't got people champ. See, you got to be the villain, and then you got to turn around and be the hero. So she trying to be the villain, because remember, The Rock was the villain when he was with the Nation of Domination. Then when he left the Muslim group and turned into The Rock, you know, he became the superstar. That's what Tiffany Henyard want, but that ain't gonna happen.
with Supervisor Henyard as the township supervisor, and the notable thing about that meeting, among a few other things, that
What's
she
up, Sarah?
fired two people.
What's up, everybody? Shout out to
One was in
everybody
the Human
pulling up.
Resources Department, and one was Stephanie.
But here you go.
Jessica Jones in the Human Resources Department, and the other was Stephanie Wiedemann, who was the former executive assistant to Frank Zuccarelli. Stephanie had been part of.
Okay, so what they telling you is about the woman Stephanie. Stephanie is the one taking all the meetings with everybody who got fired, and Stephanie, Stephanie, she a whistleblower. Another white. You don't want to piss off the whites, okay? Because then they start to ask too many questions. Tiffany didn't want nobody asking no questions. When she was telling everybody, hey, we don't worry about this, don't worry about that. People like, nah. It need to be kind of open for them. We need to know what's going on. Tiffany was like, nah, I got this. Yo, chill out. Let me do my thing. Okay, now when somebody says that, you kind of hold back. You be like, all right, let me watch and see what happens. But no, when Tiffany does that, she cuts out everybody. Fire your black ass or white ass.
Township for a very, very long time, and was seen, according to Stephanie, was seen by Tiffany Henyard as a critic, as asking too many questions.
That's
And
too
there
many
was a lot of
questions.
confusion and uncertainty about, wow, why are we fired? The communication was unclear. So early on, there were already some red flags.
That was at meeting number 2 that Supervisor Henyard led.
Right.
Yeah, so the Lansing Journal continued showing up. We went to the annual meeting that year of Thornton Township. We reported on that. We went to township board meetings, reported on the bills that were being discussed, financial decisions that were being made. Just trying to be present, just trying to observe and report.
Right. There was one particular issue with the previous administration had gone to this place called Eaglewood Resort and Spa and had a large bill for that occasion, and we can't speak to that at all.
They did their,
But it is worth noting that the trustees brought that up. Supervisor Henyard spoke out against that choice for the staff to spend taxpayer dollars, and we quote it.
Now, why do you think that they can't speak on that situation where they went to a spa and getaway and used taxpayer dollars? Why don't you think they won't speak on that? Because they was friendly to the whites. If you friendly to, what's up, Tiffany? That's my girl. If you friendly to the whites, listen, they gon' overlook the BS that you be doing if you be friendly to them. But what Tiffany do? Nah, keep them out of my business. Shout out to Texas, man. Shout out to Texas. But Boomer Sooner, big dog.
I want to read that right now, which in hindsight is an interesting quote from Supervisor Henyard. She said, "I'm totally for a retreat, but I'm not for using taxpayer dollars to do personal things such as spas. Some members here use the money to do spas for their employees. We do not know anything about anyone using taxpayer dollars for spas. That's a big no-no, a big red flag, and that will not be condoned under my watch as your supervisor." So she's on the record.
Ooh, y'all hear that? Y'all heard Tiffany? She lied to y'all in y'all face when she broke that down. See, that's what people need to bring up. This is what you said about the Thornton Township. You're not gonna be using taxpayers' dollars to be doing all this everything. Okay, but what I'm telling you is, what is she doing to Dalton? Funneling y'all's tax dollars like a damn, like you know when you let the water out the tub and all the water just shoot. That's where y'all tax dollars is going down the drain, okay?
Pretty explicitly calling out the fact that we're not going to be using taxpayer dollars for any sort of personal experience.
good to know.
Good to know.
Yeah, so then we shared a few stories just about sort of ordinary township business. We wanted to cover the township in the same way that we cover our village, show the meetings and just
All right. This is where it gets interesting. Listen to the white guilt. They're like, look, we just wanted to cover all the township. We didn't want to cover the negativity. Guess what? As a journalist, nobody watched any of their stuff prior to Tiffany Henyard. So when they was like, oh, okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the good stuff. Nobody watched it. But when Tiffany got in office and they wrote a column about her, everybody watching it, everybody reading it, everybody, well, what's next? What's next? What she do now? What she do now? Remember, check out. Then people starting to hit the Lansing Journal up. Hey, she's doing this. She's doing that. Trust me, because they do that to me. They hit you up when you touch on this chick. People will reach out to you and be like, "Hey, here's the dirt on her. Here's the dirt on her." And I'm like, "Damn, I didn't know this. I didn't know that." But I'm telling you, so this is what's happening. So when they're like, "Oh, you know what? We're just gonna keep doing our normal format. You know, we're gonna go if there's a new baby at the zoo, new panda being born at the zoo. We're gonna talk about that. But if there's a Easter egg hunt, you know what I'm saying? Not Tiffany Henyard's one, because she kicked kids out of that one. But if there's something good going on in the community, we're gonna go at that. But what happened was Tiffany started to be a hot streak for they columns. So they had to write about her. So when they started writing stuff about it, everything turned out to be negative. So that's when Tiffany was like, "Oh no, y'all keep writing negative stuff about me," and that's where Tiffany messed up because she turned on the whites, and the whites was just trying to see what was going on. But once you kick them out of the,
What happens? So several of our stories over the next few weeks were pretty ordinary.
Yeah,
Days in the park.
yeah,
So here you go.
We let people know when upcoming events were happening.
right.
Quentin Arthur was our reporter at that time. He was going to the Thornton Township meetings and just letting people know what decisions were being made and what events were being planned.
That's right.
Yep.
So we were not always there. I mean, sometimes there was drama happening, and sometimes there was not. And we were there either way, because we wanted to be there to report on it. So that brings
Yep.
us to September 29, 2022. We published a story about
Robin
a
B,
Thornton
what's
Township
up,
board
dawg?
meeting during which tensions ran high, and I don't really need to say too much about this, Melanie. You can read the story that we'll link to below. I'll let the video kind of speak for itself.
I don't want, stop, this is public comment. You will be escorted out, y'all gonna keep disrupting the meeting, this is public comment. Please
They didn't like her.
Now time for Ms. Shamika Atkins to speak, please. Ms. Atkins, waited patiently for everyone else to speak. Please let her speak, please.
So all of that happened in 2022. It was 2023.
Robin
when
believed
the
Tiffany.
first mental
I
health
believe it too.
referendum
I believe everybody turned their back. They back on
announced to
them.
appear on the ballot.
That's right.
Quentin Arthur was at that meeting and he reported on that.
That's right. And we're going to get that it later appeared again in 2024. We're going to summarize all that a little bit later on in this video to kind of keep it all condensed into one topic. All right, on April 13 of 2023, we published a story about
And
the
they got
Thornton Township annual meeting, and those are usually pretty big meetings, and people have electric cards that they can raise to, approve the bills and
Whites
things.
got her.
I won't get into the details of how the annual meetings run, but something that was notable about this annual meeting is that there was the first time in my memory that some larger broadcast media was present. Ted Slowick from the Daily South.
See, this is where it starts to turn bad. Like, remember, everything started in 2022. So now stuff is starting to get broader in Dalton, not in Thornton. So people are starting to keep an eye on Tiffany. So now that she going over to Thornton, they bringing all that over into the Lansing Journal's territory. And now they starting to see, oh, there's more going on with this woman than we think, because everything that's going on in Dalton. Okay, so now you got that one reporter that she calls fake something, whatever she calls him. Anyway, they're gonna talk about him too. But everything starts to unravel, and you know what? Tiffany fights it off every time, like the strong black sister she is. She wrong, but she does it. And I don't know how she does it, but she does it.
Consistent presence at Dalton meetings and
Oh, shout out to Mama So Cool.
Dave Blackwell, Fox 32, as well as some Better Government Association reporters approached her after the meeting.
Tiffany come with receipts, but they got more receipts.
The reporters and made her way
Look at
upstairs.
their
And
receipts,
we have
Robin.
video of that.
She messed with the whites. Okay. I gotta mute this part because I know it's going on commercial. So I'm gonna have to stand up because I don't want the commercials. They be copyrighting your boy. But anyway, so while we do an intermission, man, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all hit the Cash App Everyday PJ, man. Get y'all's communion ready. If y'all ready to take y'all's communion, it's Friday night. A lot of y'all got a 3-day weekend. Some of y'all got to take y'all black asses to work tomorrow. But either way, we're gonna have a good time tonight, and we're gonna talk about the mayor. Okay, the mayor's she getting exposed by white people. You shouldn't mess with white people. Okay. So this is where it starts to go bad. What's up, Lisa? How you doing?
So those same reporters from the Better Government Association and Fox 32 wrote a story about the Springfield, what they call the Springfield Joyride in their headline, and the big spending that accompanied it. And because the Better Government Association has the copyright agreement or something, we were able to republish their story. They encouraged us to do so, actually. And so we got some really good kind of a deep dive from the Better Government Association in collaboration with Fox 32. And you can read that full thing below.
Another elected official in Thornton Township is the assessor, who currently is Cassandra Elston. She's an elected official. She's elected by the people. She works in the same office with Tiffany Henyard, another elected official. And so it was surprising for us to learn that that Supervisor Henyard had locked Assessor Elston out of her office at the Thornton Township headquarters building.
You can do anything you want to pretty much say or do to me, it's okay. But when you come between me and the taxpayers and the job that they voted me in to do, I have a problem with that.
So what we know...
All right, so I'm at the end of the day, somebody lying here. Either she didn't want to walk her ass around to the side of the building where everybody got in, or she really got locked out. I don't think she really got locked out. I think what happened was she didn't want to park where she was told, and she didn't want to go to the office where she was told to go. She been there for like 14, 15, 16 years, and she didn't want to go there. And Tiffany came in there, strong arm and stuff. Like it's gonna bite her in the butt. Everything that Tiffany does bites her in the butt. But what I'm saying is, the lady didn't want to comply, and I get it. She got longevity there way before Tiffany even came in the picture. So why does Tiffany want to take her out of office, and why does Tiffany think that this lady don't deserve her office is beyond me. But the lady, she been there. She elderly. She don't like people walking behind her. You know, if y'all ever worked with an older lady in y'all's life, y'all know how that is. Come on, man. Let's not be befuddled about what's going on. The lady Tiffany Henyard did this old lady wrong, kicked her out of her office, put her in a corner somewhere, down in the basement, and thought it was cool. No, that wasn't cool, Tiffany.
Yesterday, Fox 32 reported with Cassandra Elston is that when she arrived at her office yesterday, her specific office was locked.
There she go. She thinks she going to her office.
Still can't get in. So my office door is still locked.
And that common
Yep,
state
kicked
law
her out.
area is not the place
She had
for all of those.
prime real estate for office.
So my
Look, she got an office, she got windows, she got a door, prime real estate for office. But nah, Tiffany said, nah, you can't have this. You going into a cubicle. All you need is a cubicle, chick. What you need all this window space for? You know, what you need locked doors for? No more locked doors looking ass, okay? Come on, man. Tiffany ain't playing this. She like, woman, your job is minuscule. We don't need you. Tiffany is I don't know who Tiffany is. If you don't know by now, boy.
That Commons table in the area is not the place for all of those fill out forms.
We have confidential, sensitive papers that were in a common area.
This morning, some of those documents were gone.
Some of them, all of them is gone. All the documents is gone.
Okay, so this was moved yesterday. There were stacks here, so someone's gone through it.
And then Josh, you were at the follow-up meeting where the
Yeah.
There you
Thornton
go.
Township Board actually voted to declare Assessor Elston
Good job.
absent from her duties.
Right, so
We
I
got
was
a
at
West
that meeting,
Virginia.
and that was a topic of discussion. That was the phrase to vote her absent from her duties, which kind of seemed pretty ridiculous to a lot of people present at that meeting. So it was very confusing. And here's Keith Freeman, who's a high-ranking official in Thornton Township.
Oh,
Here's
Keith.
his version from the township.
Keith
perspective
Freeman.
of what happened.
So to set this record straight, Supervisor Henyard and
First of all, this nigga sagging. What kind of assistant to the supervisor, be sagging? Come on, man. Wear a belt, big dog. And you got love handles? Come on, man. You know what I mean? You can't have love handles and be sagging. You can't do both. Come on, man. This is sloppy. This is what you think of when you think of somebody with Tiffany Henyard. Somebody with love handles and sagging. And his shirt is sloppy. Okay? And his elbows is ashy. They gave the worst camera view of all times for this dude. Cause there's so much to talk about him. Jesus Christ.
remove the assessor from her office. The supervisor the assessor has access to the assessor's office, which is located on this side of the building.
Hear the lies?
Key fob is in her office. Her office was relocated to an area so that we can take care of some business in her office area. She did not call and ask us why she was being relocated. She did not call and ask us any information about it. There were no files left out. All of the files were locked out. Word took the files out and, left on the tables for the media and, whatever that interview was. That's completely false.
So you didn't receive any emails or calls from the assessor?
I didn't receive anything from the assessor questioning whether or not.
Hey, okay. You see this Mexican guy? This Mexican guy, I don't know if he's Mexican, whatever he is. This is the one who set the motion to appoint Tiffany Henyard. Pay attention. I told y'all you gotta pay attention because some of these people, they pop up in this thing and you gotta know who they are. If you don't know who they are, it's gonna slip your mind. You're gonna be like, oh shit, I don't remember. This is the one who gave Tiffany the Thornton Township supervisor position. This man right here. He's one of them.
Well, I say the past 2 weeks.
No, I hadn't received. I haven't
No
spoken.
call, no emails.
I have not spoken to the assessor at all.
We're gonna get caught up together, Tiffany. Trust me, because I don't know everything.
Answer the question. You're not gonna go next. You're not. You're done. Thank you.
I still have questions.
You can ask. Go ahead.
Well,
No, he asked.
He's not answering them? Okay,
He's
so.
asking this.
Did
You
you
gotta go
receive
back
any
and
calls
forth.
or emails?
I have not.
Part of
See?
that same video.
Okay, so did y'all hear Tiffany arguing with the person who helped appoint her to? Y'all missed it. I want y'all to listen.
I have not spoken to the assessor at all.
Well, that's not what I'm asking. Did you receive any emails or
Okay,
calls?
he answered the question. You're not gonna go next. You're not. You're done. Thank you.
I still have questions.
You can ask. Go ahead. No, he asked.
He's not answering them? Okay,
He's
so.
asking. He asked. You
Did you
gotta go
receive
back
any
and
calls
forth.
or emails?
I have not.
Part of that same video clip.
See, this is where the turn goes. Everything's about to change. Remember when America fought off the British? You had to have people who turned on them. You was treating your constituents bad. The people who helped you get you in, they started treating them bad, and then everything started to switch up. And then you got George Washington coming through as a power leader, and he started to. I gotta watch Turn on Netflix, but anyway, beside the point. This is what's happening in Thornton. Okay, what up, Don? Let's get into it.
Of that explanation is a bit about
Slowly but surely.
Tiffany Henyard criticizing the media for not covering Thornton Township correctly, specifically saying we only come for the bad stuff and not for the good stuff. We'll show you that.
And news, stop writing about me if y'all ain't got y'all facts. Y'all wrote that I removed her from office and I did no such thing. I did not lock her out of no office. I don't even have to speak with that lady. So I wish people stop the line on my name. And I hope y'all write that. That's what you're referencing to write this article about. Because you only come here for the mess. You guys do not come here for anything positive we've done that has been done in this township, such as we got a whole surplus, but it's always been a deficit here in the township, trying to write that, right? And then when y'all wanna know the truth about the township, y'all come here, bring my line about the theft that's going on at the township before I became.
2 years later, and she still sound like a broken record. Y'all, I didn't believe it until I seen it. 2 years later, and she still sound like, this is why you don't piss off the whites. Because Tiffany got receipts, but they got receipts.
About, but y'all not writing about none of that stuff, so stop, keep, you got the floor.
8 days after she made that critique of the Lansing Journal, Quentin Arthur, who was our township reporter at the time, published a story about 70 student scholarships being awarded by Thornton Township, and he kind of detailed some of what those scholarships were about, and just Tiffany Henyard has continued to come back to this theme of the media doesn't cover Thornton Township fairly or not cover the good things, and as we kind of said before, our goal is to just cover the township, right? Not cover the good or the bad.
Y'all hear that? This is them saying, look, we're not the bad people. This happens all the time. If you black, you understand. Okay? So they're playing victim right now, but they realize that all of their articles about Tiffany Henyard get more traction than anything. So why are they writing about anything else? No one read that 70 kids got scholarships. You know how I know? Because not one YouTuber has said anything about anybody getting scholarships in this town. They don't talk about the roads being paved. They don't talk about the trees being cut down. They don't talk about the ice skating rink. Well, they do talk bad about it. They don't talk about the senior citizens getting health care. They don't talk about nothing but everything bad that comes with Tiffany Henyard. So it's not just, it's all media, but they're just doing what's gonna generate revenue. What is their job worth it if nobody's watching? So that's why when you watch the news don't come on and tell you, oh, well, 9,000 eighth graders graduated, which was a step up from last year when we had 7,000 eighth graders graduate. They don't care. They don't care. But let it go from 10,000 to 5,000. They're going to be like, less eighth graders passed than last year in a significant number. Why? Because everybody want to know the BS, what's going on. So that's why they gonna highlight the BS all the time. If you watch the news, I stopped watching the news because it was coming too deadly. But if you watch the news and it was nothing but freaking Care Bears and stuff popping up, you would not watch it. Oh, this person fell in love, and these people are, they're going off to college, and these people are building arts and crafts. Yeah, that's fine. Nobody cares. Who got shot at the club last night? That's what we want to hear. That's what we there for. If y'all don't know, that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't know what's going on. We don't want to hear the nice stuff. That's why they stopped writing about the nice stuff about Tiffany. Tiffany don't understand that. She think, oh, they just writing bad stuff. That's because every time you have a meeting, shit going AWOL. You know? So she blaming that, and she blaming them people. And they like, it ain't us. We just writing what's going on. And this is getting attraction. That's our job, to write what people want to hear. If we keep talking about uh little Andy's um team won the soccer championship for the whole state of Illinois, no one's gonna read it. They won't read little Andy's soccer team won the state championship for the whole state of Illinois over Tiffany Henyard stole some money from the government. People gonna nigga, people gonna bust open a newspaper and read that. And you know how long it's been since somebody opened up a newspaper? Yeah, people will do that.
We're there to cover what is newsworthy
Just information.
in Thornton Township. And I think
What's
this
newsworthy?
story about the scholarships is a good example of us doing that. So the mid-August meeting of the Thornton Township Board was unique in that this was the first time that I know that the public was actually denied entrance
There you
to
go.
witness the meeting.
There you go.
I was allowed to come in because I was a member of the
That's when she
media.
turned on the
There
white
were some other
folks.
folks on the inside of the boardroom. A lot of them were involved with the township. And so I very much
What's
felt
up? Happy
like-
birthday, Sienna.
I very much felt like I was the only one on the outside group. I'll quote a couple things that she said here. Well, I reported that at least 15 times during the 33-minute board meeting, she alluded to being unfair.
Hey, shout out to my girl Carrie, man. She come through, and she always take care of your boy. Always give me shouts out. Shout out to her, man, cause she, y'all check her out on Instagram. She's the truth, man. And then shout out to my cousin gang, and yeah, shout out to my friend. She gonna pop up in a live. Maybe she in here in the bushes, but anyway. She told me to react to the police footage of her lying behind. Yes, I wish I need to find that. That's what I need to find. Anyway,
About.
we're about to get to that.
She said, I would appreciate if people stop writing negative stuff about the township and write about all the good that we do here in the township. We made that point earlier. She later added, write the stuff as the truth, not the mess and the gossip. She also said, God don't make no mistakes. He put the right person here that he knew was going to do the work and take the lashes and bear the strength to keep going and doing it all. He put the right person here. So that's among many comments.
God don't make mistakes, but he give you enough rope to hang yourself, okay? Remember this, God don't make no mistakes, but listen, sometimes God put people in places and things in a way so you can see the truth. Like, just because God do something don't mean it's always good. Because look, it's a person that died today. God, you gonna well, God made that nigga die. Well, God made him die so you can open your eyes, so you can see. But it happened to have to be him. Okay, everything that God do ain't just peaches and cream. God is an evil man. He laugh at you. Not he ain't evil, but God is he got God has to have a sense of humor. Why? Because ugly people exist. If God didn't have a sense of humor, ugly people wouldn't exist. Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So that August story was our last story of 2023, and we didn't publish a lot of Thornton Township news between then and January, and there were a couple of reasons for that. For one, many of those meetings were canceled or
There you go.
rescheduled at the last minute.
Sure.
And we couldn't always make it to the rescheduled meeting. And it was just difficult to get communication from Thornton Township and to cover them consistently.
Right.
Also, our reporter who was assigned to Thornton Township, Quentin Arthur, at that time signed up for classes, wanted to continue his education.
She ain't talking about nothing. Pass me not. Oh, hit the Cashapp. The Cashapp is right there, man. Y'all do your boy a favor, man. Hit the cash.
The township puts on so that Thornton Township residents can come and ask questions.
Somebody cutting my
and meet
Wi-Fi.
different- Yeah, meet different personnel. So I went to one and shot some video, and a lot of interesting things were said.
Understand why we can't help each other, why we can't put our heads together and help one another, why we can't band together at this time, at this moment, This is gonna be Black History Month, right? Y'all all say Martin Luther King had a dream, but guess what? I am the dream. So now I need you guys to stand with me and help me.
See the dream.
A lot of strange things were happening in early 2024.
That's right. On February the 13th, I came to the Thornton Township Hall expecting to report on a
We get into
board
it.
meeting. And I was
An
told
hour
by the
in,
security
it took a
guard
long
that I
time.
was, along with everyone else who was there from the public, a handful of people had to go downstairs. And when I went downstairs, there was no audio feed, and there was a very faint audio at one point that lasted maybe for 30 seconds. So you couldn't really hear much. And before we even knew it, the people downstairs, the meeting had ended. It was apparently a 4-minute meeting, and it was, for all intents and purposes, it was inaccessible to the public. The public and the media were denied access.
You guys were kept in the cellar
Correct.
while this
The
short
cellar?
little meeting happened,
That is correct.
and nobody knows exactly what happened at that meeting.
Right, and talking with trustee Chris Gonzalez afterwards, he told me it was pretty basic, you know, the approval of the bills. It wasn't
Chris
really
Gonzalez.
anything that required
That's the
discussion.
name.
And so in 4 minutes, they were in and out, but definitely not a good look for, I mean, required by law to have an open meeting accessible in COVID times. There were some accommodations for if you wanted to hold a meeting, you know, and it was live streamed downstairs or something, but that has expired because the emergency order has expired for the COVID pandemic. And not only that, but public comment required by law.
Shout out to Erica for the Cashapp, man. I appreciate you, baby doll. Listen, Erica, you are, just send me a message on Instagram. You are entered into the 50K giveaway where you will be able to receive, you'll have a chance to win a pair of Jordans. You know, everybody know I gave away a pair of Jordans every so often. I might do one at 40K because we almost there. Because I just love my supporters, man. So we might do one at 40K, then we'll do another at 50K. So let's get a giveaway at 40K. If I get enough donations to save the nation, we'll do one at 40K. We'll give away a pair of exclusive shoes from the Nike sneakers app. I've gave away maybe 7 pair, I think. 7 pair on my journey to the amount of subscribers I got, and I ain't gave a pair out in a long time. So let's do that. Let's give away a pair at 40K, okay?
Need to be able to comment. Public needs to be able to comment, and that was inaccessible for the members of the public that were there. We asked one of our freelance reporters, Kenise Jordan, who is great, to attend a Thornton Township Black History Month celebration.
A public event.
Not a politically oriented event, as far as we knew, and she had a tough experience getting.
Shout out to my girl Tiffany for the Cash App. Look, we up in this thing, okay? Raise the roof. Hey, raise the roof. Okay, so now we I threw y'all with the throwback, raise the roof looking ass. Okay, now I showed y'all that. I showed y'all when she messed with the whites. Okay, she shouldn't have done that.
In fact, she was denied access to that because
She shouldn't have done that. Now, let's get into. We get into Tiffany's goons, the gangsters.
At take 5, you stay in your car because we're faster than you think.
All right, I told you I can't show them because they're gonna try to copyright your boy, so we're gonna get past the commercials. Okay. Now,
Has
shout out to
everything her mark throughout the day.
Shauna.
And there's nothing wrong with Tiffany giving people jobs, but this is a little odd
Shawnee
with the things that she's
Burns.
been doing. Okay, first of all,
Let's go into this. Okay, here we go.
this is Duncord Parker.
Don Core. This is the
Her
Tiffany's
crony.
gangsters.
This is her crony. Tiffany Henyard decided to.
I will do
knock
another tell us why you
the
mad. Not over
township
Mama So Cool.
board of trustees out.
So remember, I told y'all about this
Maybe
dude
because
earlier.
he was
Remember?
questioning her too much about her spending. So she decided to get back at her. And this fool
Oh, hold
thought
on.
it was
She tell the story. She tell the story how Dalton trustees didn't like her, so she went to Thornton to get back at them.
her crony. This is her crony.
Tiffany Henyard decided to lock the township board of trustees out. Maybe because they was questioning her too much about her spending.
She meant
So
Dalton.
she decided to get back at them. And this fool thought it was okay for him to do a drive-by. They had to hold the township meeting outside because they were locked out of town.
Watch it. Look at this.
I'm glad we're here.
This man goes and disrespects old people. Let's get into it.
I'm glad the Kirk Punch here. And we're gonna work together to improve this town. And we're gonna, if you know, a lot of times when people be frustrated with us and say, what's taking us so long? Get your attorney, take her power, do this. And people told us before we got sworn in. Before we got sworn in, they do. And what we all said? Give her a chance. We want to try to give her, because I think she deserved a chance. But now we gonna move forward, but that's where we're at. That's where we're at, and we're going to continue to grow and move this town forward. And the rest of out, we're going to keep together. And keep on working. Thank you.
Don't talk that bullshit. Everybody says shit to you. We know who the fuck I'm talking to. We know what the fuck I'm here for.
Alright, good evening, everybody.
You know what time it is. Y'all want to sit it up? You got the right motherfucker. You got the right one. You got it.
They having a township meeting outside. This is the same guy who showed up when she was appointed, and he's coming knowingly. He knows that they got locked out. They got locked out the meeting because Tiffany Henyard locked them out. So they got to hold the meeting outside. So Tiffany probably got on her phone and said, drive by to see what they're doing. Number one, you should have been there anyway. So, but you sent your crony. You sent your crony there. Your crony act like he was gonna beat somebody up. You heard the board member saying, hey, we're trying to give her a chance. She deserves a chance. It's really ridiculous. But he's there to threaten people while they're standing outside and they got a whole bunch of elderly people there. Let's look what else he's talking about. Because I really think this is a little bit on the crazy side. You gonna show up at a meeting, we already locked out, so we already looking crazy. And you showing up at a meeting talking about you know what time it is. If you want to get it done, you can get it done. Like, what is this?
You got the right person. You better call Jesus.
If you all could just ignore it for a moment till I get.
If you shave your head, or if
All right, yeah, everybody. This is Freebird. I'm actually on a Freebird commercial, so they better not copyright me. But I actually sell these. So you can go to freebird.com or myfreebird.com and use the discount code everydaypj, and it actually works. It'll save you money at checkout, man. I am a Freebird recipient. I actually used my Freebird today to cut my hair. Y'all don't usually see my haircut. I don't like to shave my hair because you know what? When I shave my hair, I don't get good views. Everybody they were like, "Oh, he's scruffy. He ain't get a bum. He ain't got no job." If I look like this, y'all act like I got money. I ain't got money like that. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So y'all, but I ain't finna show this to other people because they don't pay me looking at it. But we finna skip them. Okay. What up, Polynesia Pride? So what's crazy about this is Tiffany Henyard's henchman. He's talking all this noise outside of this meeting. This lady just moved to Dalton, bless her heart. Or Dalton or Thornton or wherever she moved to, she just moved there and she didn't realize the chaos that they moved into. Just like the other lady who was from one of my previous lives where she moved in and she was waiting on her escrow, baby. That escrow, they smoked that up. Okay. Hey, see, shout out to T6, man. See, he won a Freebird, and I was happy because that's when me and T6 first met, really, kinda. And he joined the giveaway and he won. That's how people win, dog. You just gotta join. And I don't go nowhere. See, a lot of my people who win. A lot of my people who win. Shout out to man, all my people. It's a lot of y'all. Paris, prayers. I forgot prayers. Man, I gotta read my thing, but everybody, man, the real OG, all of them, everybody who watches, they still watch my show and they still got a chance to win. So man, we give away Jordan's 40K giveaway coming up, man. Shout out to T6. But um this lady moved there and she didn't realize she was trying to get some information about what's going on with the city and what it was and how they're managing the funds that her tax dollars go to. And this idiot, Miss Tiffany Henyard's goons is interrupting her. So I'm gonna let y'all hear it. I ain't gonna interrupt. I'm gonna let y'all hear it.
I've had my home for 7 months. I just moved to Dallas. I was actually excited. As of now, seeing the person that's the head of Dallas, it's a shame. My question was in regards to infrastructure. What is being done about that? You couldn't drive through it. My parents were actually at my house helping set my house up for me. I was there for, I just happened to check my cameras and was like, oh, it's a wreck. I made a phone call to a couple of trustees. They did come out. They did test the water. Well, it was extremely good. I have it on video. And I just want to know what's going on with infrastructure. The cameras are nice. The new lights, the street lights are nice. However, we have deeper issues, especially when it comes to flood. Because that can damage homes and people can't get to their houses. So my question.
Can anybody believe this? Like they're at a meeting. Okay, I could see you being like, okay, passionate about something, but what is your purpose? First, you talking about you know what a time it is, and then now you saying it's disrespectful to the residents. No, your mayor disrespected them. She locked them out. Who does that? And now you're over talking this resident, saying is disrespectful to the resident, but you being disrespectful to this lady. And she trying to ask questions. Like, what is going on here?
What's being done with infrastructure?
I will address that online. We're gonna conclude this meeting cordially. And so I'm gonna make a motion.
So this Negro is so belligerent inside of this whole thing that they have to stop the meeting because they're not getting work done because Tiffany's goon is out here tripping. We're gonna get to Tiffany's goon tripping with the old lady right now.
Trustee Norwood, the meeting is adjourned at 5:50.
You want this? Why you ain't stopping? You seen your water bill for the last 4 years? That's what you should stop. You should stop paying.
I paid 3 water bills.
That ain't enough. That ain't enough.
You don't pay
Well,
any.
man, Grandma, I'm not here to talk to you. This is for him. This is him. We supposed to be on our Muslim brothers. That's how you out here showing how we get out. We don't work like that. We don't move like that. Brothers don't do that.
But what is the guy doing besides holding the meeting? And he's interrupting him because he don't like your girl, your homegirl. Is that the problem? And then you're getting mad at this one particular guy. I don't know who he's directing it to. Maybe the guy.
That was Trustee House at the front.
Like really. It doesn't make any sense. This is like really on the ridiculous side. So the old lady, the elder, she gets with them.
When you acting like that, you should.
Brothers don't act like that.
How you here to judge somebody?
And also, apparently, he was the football coach for Thornton High School. He got fired. He got the boot. So now he's just working for Tiffany. Doing what I don't know for sure.
You gotta know it.
Shame on you.
It's showtime around here.
You embarrassed to the community.
You know what it is?
She not scared of him. She look Creole too. Oh, she turned in her seat. Oh, she stood up. She ready to fight. She lost for words. Boy, over the Katie dish, you can't hear nothing. But check out a cameo from my girl in the back. This is the lady who said, "I'm gonna put some dollars on your books." Watch her watch. That's her right there. There she go right there. She gonna put some dollars on your books. She ain't here. She ain't having it.
No, I don't fear you. I don't fear anybody. Call 911.
Getting your truck and go on. Peace be with you. And hope you learn some respect.
Doc Parker is in a
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. If I was there, it would have been some furniture moving. First of all, nigga, you in flip flops. I'd have touched you up, and you wearing some flip flops, big dog. Don't ever come talking noise in some flip flops, cause you will be handled accordingly. Okay. We got one more to get to. And I want to show y'all. We're gonna get to
thank you.
We're gonna get to some ratchetness. Y'all know we like it ratchet.
Until we have a special board meeting with, because
First of all, this nigga, he had his baby. See, if y'all don't know me, shout out to TNT. What's up, Shody? Okay, if y'all don't know me, sometimes y'all hear some kids in the background. Those are mine. Sometimes you might see a little baby head in the screen. Yeah, they be in mine, just like dude had his.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, when we got the agenda,
Okay.
No,
We're gonna see Mayor Henyard and Tiffany, Kiana Belcher go at it again. These two hate each other. Like they have a long line of fights ready. What up, Indianapolis West Side?
there was items that should have been placed on,
Okay, here we go.
that's what I was asking, can I be recognized?
oh,
All right, here we go.
a motion to approve the replacement of the sidewalks for
There we
Village
go.
Hall.
May I be recognized?
Yeah, can I get a motion and then we can go into discussion?
I said I wasn't gonna interrupt, but
Anybody want a motion
Tiffany's
to
wig
approve
be
of the
wigging.
Sidewalk replacement?
I'd like to make a motion, that's what I was asking, can I be recognized?
Oh, go ahead.
I'll make a motion to table items A, B, and the approval of the Illinois Fraternal Order until we can get all items on the special board meeting.
Huh? Oh, items, what do you mean?
There was items that should have been placed on a special board meeting by trustees that were not eligible to get on a special board meeting, so I'd like to make a motion to table these items that are currently on the special board meeting so we can have a meeting where all items that are requested by the trustees be placed on the agenda.
Okay, so for the record, it's untrue. No item was supposed to be on the special board meeting, any trustee. Now, one trustee did turn something in late as related to the CAL meeting. It's two separate meetings. CAL meeting is where we discuss items. This meeting is for a vote because, as you know, we are behind schedule, and once the weather breaks, you can't pour concrete. So we have to do two steps with getting the concrete poured for Village Hall and for the alleys. Now, we had a committee of the whole meeting. It was vetted through that meeting. All three trustees voted yes and moving forward, and that's the reason why it's on this agenda now. So
I'm aware, Mayor, but were the trustees informed that it was gonna be a special meeting until we got the agenda?
you was informed, yes, ma'am.
Well, when we got the agenda,
No, you was informed right after they had their meeting, their special meeting. So I guess I'll address, the people that's on this meeting. Public Works, trustee Brown, are you want to table this again? And then trustee Steves, you all agreed to,
Okay, Trustee Steves is a former trustee that you will see that if you see in the newer videos that he just had an interview with Kiana Belcher. If you go to the Village of Dalton No. I think it's on the trustees, Dalton trustees, YouTube channel that Edward Steves just had an interview with Kiana Belcher, and they talk about what happened and what they were arguing about in the last town meeting for the village of Dalton meeting, board meeting. Trust me, like that. She breaks it down, but it was better in person.
Yes, I wanna table it.
So you wanna save it? Okay, and so do you, trustee Steve?
Yes, until we have a special board meeting with, because I attempted to put something on the agenda, it did not get on there because the board wasn't properly notified. So when we can pass this and put this on, that I requested to get on the agenda at the same time.
Okay, so let's be clear for the record, for the residents, and I'm fine with you taking, y'all do whatever y'all choose. But my thing is this, trustee Steve, you and I spoke about this, it had nothing to do with the special board meeting to move the village forward to vote on items that we needed. It had nothing to do with this agenda here. It had to do with the cow meeting. The cow, you was behind schedule on turning your item in, the deadline was Monday, you turned your item in on Tuesday. By then, we already been structured a whole agenda that goes all the way to the letter of X. So what I don't like that the board does is, you guys agree on something, we put it together, and then we get here, then you backtrack on whatever you guys agree on, and you guys agree to put it on the agenda for a vote, so they can move forward with doing this. Your item's supposed to be vetted CAB, not special board before a vote. So I don't understand what's the
We
problem.
recognize,
Yeah, go ahead, trustee Steve.
we do not, I voted, we had a public works committee meeting.
Mhm.
We did not know there was gonna be a special board meeting until we got the agenda. Second, is that I don't mind passing this, but we did not know there was a deadline until I was told, no, I couldn't put on the agenda. We talked today, y'all both apologized to me for doing it wrong, because y'all didn't communicate to nobody that there was a time limit or a cutoff date for agenda items. So I got my stuff in.
Hey, if y'all can't see Kiana Belcher up there agreeing with everything that he's saying, like y'all didn't let us know that y'all was doing something illegal. Just check it out.
Tuesday, which we never got it in this order. So all I'm saying is that moving forward, we put all this on a special agenda, and the stuff that I asked to put on it, get put on it. And moving forward, if we put something on it, at least communicate with the board, the timelines, and the cutoff date, because none of that was sent to us. We got the cutoff dates when I put something in, they said, oh, you're past the deadline. I didn't know that. That's my stance on that.
Okay. If someone's behind on the time frame, there's no reason to stop process for the village of Dalton. I'm gonna honor the request of the board of trustees, and I'm going to table all the items that's here. But for the record, we did nothing wrong. Everyone, and this is me saying it publicly, you're me. The deadline for items to go on any agenda is Monday by 5 p.m. 5 p.m. on Monday. If you do not have it on there, to the clerk or to, the village administrator, it will not go on the agenda. You guys asked me to follow rules, I need y'all to do the same. It can't be, I follow rules, but y'all don't follow the rules. So everybody knows, this is me saying it to you guys, Monday is the deadline to have items, for consideration to go onto the agenda by 5 p.m. 5 p.m. is the deadline. So, okay, there's a motion, is there a second to table?
Second.
Okay, can you call the roll? Clerk Q.
All right, so they finna pray and do all that stuff. Don't nobody got time for that, because ain't no God fearing people gonna pray to this BS. So
Do roll call again, can you do roll call, Clerk Q?
Yes. Trustee.
We're gonna have refreshments, and we want you all to bring the entire family out to come and have a great community time.
This is when Brittany Norwood was still on
Right,
board.
thank
She
you.
not
Any
on
other
board no
trustees?
more.
May I have an in that relief, for the Cook County,
They on here capping.
And it was well attended, and the residents really enjoyed it, and they walked away with some life.
This is more propaganda. Hold on,
Chief,
we get into it.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening to you, Madam Clerk, Board of Trustees, Department Heads.
All right, that nigga lying too. Who let this white man in here? He lying.
Your board considering our company to represent the village of Dalton in public relations and media. Now, Black Excellence was founded this year by my partner in this venture. Her name is Patricia Easley. We are both on-air experienced broadcasters in the Chicago area. I spent 45 years as a professional journalist, working the last 30 years as a reporter and political editor at ABC7 in Chicago. Now, we will provide ready and able spokespersons for the village on call whenever needed. But most important, we will work to develop a fresh narrative about the village of Dalton and all of the good things that are happening there. We will work closely with the mayor and trustees. You will be our clients. We will work at your direction. We are not politicians. We are media professionals who will tell the story of what's happening in Dalton, not only to the people in Dalton, but also to the rest of the metropolitan area. I'm going to keep it brief. If there are any questions you have for me, please ask them.
Okay, Board of Trustees, do y'all have any questions for Charles?
Mayor, if I can be recognized.
Sure, go ahead, trustee. Yeah.
All right, this I think
Can everyone mute their phones or iPads until you're speaking? Thank you so much. Go ahead, trustee. Yes.
Okay. This I'm not in agreement with moving forward this one at this time, and more related to cash flow. I think in our public works meeting there was some concerns raised about the cash flow being able to pay for onboarding the 3 new customer service reps in there, as well as concerns mentioned around the bond and information that I have not been able to get, or I'm getting kind of piecemealed. Just has me concerned about cash flow. So at this time, I'm not in favor of moving forward. I think there was an effort with our previous consultant. Maybe things did not work out, but I think from a cash perspective, I want to reassess before moving forward with this consultant.
Okay, anyone else?
I feel the same way. I do know that Chris stated at the Public Works meeting that we have to sort out some things, and we're waiting for some income. So I'd like to wait before part of moving forward. Talk to Chris more.
Okay, anyone else?
I would as well. Only reason why is because of the 3 part-timers that we are unable to hire in Public Works, and the Stacy did.
All right, so she said mute your iPads. Reason why she said mute your iPads is because Tammy Brown is on the iPad. Tammy Brown's crazy ass. Tammy Brown is on the iPad. If you don't get your ass, see, listen, man. I'm about to sum this all up. Tiffany Henyard is a liar. She's a manipulator. And she's a constituent. I gotta turn the light on. Sick of talking to you niggas in the dark. Okay? Sick of talking to y'all in the dark. Okay? Tiffany Henyard is a liar. Okay? Everybody in Dalton is a liar. All the trustees, all the police officers, all the people. Them niggas come from Chicago. If y'all don't know what Chicago is like, we look on the TV screen and be like, oh man, Chicago's full of murders and everything. No, them niggas is straight criminals. Okay? I live in a big city. Not as big as Chicago, but big enough to where you know who and where to deal with and what to deal with. So if somebody comes to you and be like, I want to buy a dime sack, and they be like, let me see your dime sack, and they smack it out your hand, that's Chicago, okay? What they doing is taking your dope and smacking it out your hand. Everything that Tiffany's doing, she will be called a politician crackhead. A politician crackhead will smack your dope, take it out your hand. Okay? Everybody that everybody that comes to this city is getting ripped off. They realize this after they move to the city. Okay? Some people that have lived there most of their lives, they don't realize that the people who have been running a city have been crooks. Okay? So even though it shows that they have some type of surplus, it seems that this city barely scrapes even. You know why? Because if they don't spend it, then they can't ask for it the next year. Okay? That means that they're getting just enough, barely enough to survive. So they have to spend it to get more. So that's why they raise taxes. And people don't realize is, yes, your taxes are being raised based on what they can get. If they can't get any more, if they say, oh, we made way more money than we needed because things changed, no, we don't need to raise your taxes. You a lie. Guess what? Guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna find a way to spend that money so they can raise your taxes. And that's what happens in government. It's not just inflation. People think it's just inflation. It's not just inflation. It's these things are put in place specifically to get money out of the people. Tiffany Henyard's job is to make sure that the money gets spent. The people on the trustees, their job is to make sure the money gets spent the right way. Okay? But guess what? This city's gonna go in so much debt because they're not spending anything. Nothing's getting paid. So when next year comes up and they put in their taxes, and then because the taxes will be known to the public of how much is being spent and how much is collected. And then they're realizing, oh, none of these people are getting paid. So the city has all this money, but nothing's being paid. So it makes it look like the city's in debt, but it makes it look like the city has all this money, but the city's in debt. So then they have to realize, oh, we got to raise y'all taxes so we can catch up. So everybody there, when I heard somebody say my taxes went up $10,000, I was like, man, that sounds crazy. That your taxes would go up $10,000. Yeah, because your city is a scam. Everywhere, okay? Picture perfect. There's a city around by where I live. They want extra money outside, still in the same county. They want money outside of what you would do for the entire county and the state of Oklahoma. They want their own little portion of your sales tax. If you come and sell whatever you got in their area, they want their portion of that sales tax. So you have to register with that town. Not if you just want to do it for the weekend, you could do it for like $125. But if you want to do it for the whole year, $150. So what are you inclined to do? Pay the $150, even though you're gonna be there one weekend. So they're just gonna make an extra 25 off the tops just cause same piece of paper, everything that you getting is printed on the same piece of paper, but they just want that. That's why Tiffany wants these kickbacks. Okay? She's like, hey, the city needs your taxes. We know you're gonna pay a healthy tax, but you know what? My Cares Foundation, it needs some it needs some money. If y'all don't know, oh man, I'm finna tell y'all some illegal shit. I shouldn't even tell y'all as a tax person. But if you got a 501(c), that's a whole income for you. But you still gotta do something good for the community. But you gotta take donations. Then when you take donations, you pay who? You pay the president, you pay the secretary, you pay the treasurer, and then you pay bank fees. And then whatever's left over, you give to the charity. Okay, so you could get $100,000 donation, but if your salary for the president is 20,000, your salary for the secretary 10,000, your salary for the treasurer 5,000. So you done ate up 35,000 that budget. Now you got to figure out how to pay off. So you hire people to do stuff. So you paying people to do stuff, and you who pay yourself because you know, oh, I'm about to go print up some shirts for this food drive. So I print up some shirts so we can say, and I print the shirts myself. So I pay myself, and then whatever. I'm giving too much information on how to be a criminal. What I'm saying is, that's how it works. If y'all ain't realize how why every politician has a foundation. Check this out, because guess who's the president? Maybe their wife. Who sits at home? The wife does nothing. The wife's the president. Oh, she can oversee this, and then she gets $100,000 settlement because you know all the lobbyists, what they do is they pay into your foundation so they can get your favor on some bill that they need passed. That's how that works. Man, I'm telling you. Everybody who is on the board of trustees doesn't have a government degree, or what is it? So not social studies, but it's like it's a degree for government, like government jobs and stuff like that, like man, it's on the tip of my tongue. Political science. They don't have a political science degree. That's what you need to be sitting on one of these boards and to understand what's going on. When I say people are stealing money, people are giving away, the biggest thief of them all, every one of y'all have donated to one of this person right now. I'm finna tell y'all, every one of y'all have donated to this. Y'all know Feed the Children? Every one of y'all that's sitting on this live have donated to y'all. Y'all went to y'all mama house back when we was in elementary school and said, we're gonna donate to Feed the Children. We're gonna do, and you get a whole pallet of canned goods, and you go take it to your school the next day. Whoever brings the most canned goods gets, you know what I'm saying, a pizza party. Okay, think about it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Everybody who brings and so we bring tons and tons of canned goods, right? I don't know if y'all read the news lately, but the people in Feed the Children, man, they've been robbing us blind, dog. They've been robbing us blind, making millions off that canned goods. Remember the people that be like, hey, just donate 10 cents to the people, and they got the kid with the flies all over his face? Yeah, robbing you. Say all that to say this. Don't trust the government. You can, but if you want to join the government, if you want to make a difference, you could try. Like Tiffany Henyard, she tried, and guess what? She fell into the cycle of crooked politicians. And who can you blame? Because who else would like to sit around and make up their own rules about government? It just is what it is. A lot of y'all don't listen. A lot of y'all might. But it's up to y'all, man. It's up to y'all. We had a good time tonight, man. Thank you to all the donations. Let me see. Oh, shit. Let me see if I got some more. Cause if we did, I love and respect y'all to everyone. Nope, we didn't. Cause y'all act like y'all didn't get paid today. It's Friday, and a lot of y'all got paid, and y'all didn't do nothing. But you know what? I love y'all anyway. I love and respect y'all anyway. Cause we here to entertain. We here to crack down on crime. Hey, maybe we'll commit a crime every now and then. But what we won't do is be like Diddy. No Diddy. Anyway, hey people, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm gonna holler at you later. Peace.